break you to position you, break you to promote you, break you to put you in your right place. But when he breaks you, he doesn't hurt you. When he breaks you, he doesn't destroy you. He does it with grace.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hey everybody, that's actually going already coming on.
Thank you for handling us with grace.
It's coming on already. Hey everybody. Hope all is well. Okay, so I'm hopping right in today because I'm not playing no games. It has been a day trying to get this together. We were to have a live guest, but if some of you were on when we were actually in the process of trying to figure out how to even get her to broadcast on with me, it was quite the experience. Welcome to Date Right, ladies, where we look to empower you all, giving you a, hey, Miss Mariana, giving you a biblical perspective on how to date, but by first accepting who you are and being confident in who you are, knowing what it is that you can bring you to the table. That's what Date Right is all about. I am your beautiful host. I'm Jackie. Hey, Kay. I just explained to them the drama we was having earlier today. So we're going to bring her on next week. Amen. After her trip and such. And we're going to get it together for y'all. For real, in real life. So I will not touch on what she has to bring. I know, Mariana, but we couldn't figure out how to request to join. Not unless we utilize the phones. So that was the whole dilemma. And I'm just like, if you can give us a tutorial, I am so here for it. I'm so serious because I really, really want her to be on. If not, I'll just go where she is, and we'll do it that way. I think I told my age in this one, y'all. So hey, Kashmir. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna hop right in. We still gonna talk about growing pains and how everything is going. What's playing right now, I don't own the rights to this music. Let me be the one to go ahead and clarify that good stuff. I'm currently playing Tasha Cobb's Gracefully Broken. So if you all have been following, girl, no, I ain't figured out nothing. Mariana was telling me the same thing, that you can request to be a part of the live, but girl, I ain't figured it out. We done Googled. Yes, I'm on a computer, Mariana. We done Googled, y'all. We done YouTube. I done phoned a friend. Facebook people, we done put up statuses, and everybody's saying the same thing. Like, all you have to do is request it. And I'm like the emoji. It's going right over my head. We have not figured it out. But if you have been following the transition series, this is only part 2. We started last week, and so just kind of giving you all a recap. Last week's topic was transitions. Actually, just kind of getting into the flow of that and knowing and what it is and how to understand it. But I'm going to hit on some of the key points that we had, which was know how and when to fight, know who to have alongside of you as you're actually transitioning. Know that transitions are meant to have an impact. You need to stay committed. Ooh, I'm talking to myself right now. I forgot all about that point. I quit 4 times this week, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. And to remember what you have learned during those cases. All right. So, but the scripture that we're utilizing as like a basis or a foundation is Hebrews 6:19, that states, "We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. It enters into the inner sanctuary behind the curtain." And so, with that being said, I am again, let's just kind of jump right in. So God, you get all the glory for what it is that we're about to say, how we encounter one another, and I ask that, Lord, every soul is receptive to what you have given me to speak about. Growing pains, they real. They real. They are real. In kids, growing pains they usually happen at night, but they kind of give you like kind of, I guess, like a muscle spasm in a sense is what it feels like. But it's just the stretching of all of the limbs and such, right? But when I'm referring to growing pains, what I'm referring is to, and I'll use Collins Dictionary, and the comparison, which is what they gave to like a business or an organization, and they explained it as temporary difficulties and problems that are at the beginning of a particular stage. So this is just the beginning. What I'm feeling, what we feeling, as we, kind of transition out or transition into something even. But the beginning of a particular stage of development. So again, being at the beginning of a development, there are stages to almost everything in life. You gotta think, we had stages in life where we started as just a little bitty embryo, right? And as we expanded in our mother's, bellies or her womb, and then we came out, now we this full-fledged human being, and we haven't spoken yet, nothing. We just kind of looking around and trying to figure out the world, right? So we went from infants to toddlers, from toddlers to what is it? That kind of little middle age, adolescents, or teenagers, and then we're grown stages, right? So going back to having the hope, I kind of want to focus on that word a little bit. And in hope, when you have hope, it's something that you're actually looking forward to. So you have hope in what God has shown you for your destiny, what a guy has shown you, that he can possibly offer you, kind of his potential. You have hope in where you can be as you grow as a student, or on a job, or in college, or whatever. You have hope. You look forward to being something or somebody here in life, right? So, but understand that in getting there, you will experience these beautiful growing pains. I opened up the live video with Tasha Cobb's song because of how she kind of explains what it means, or how it means to be gracefully broken. But before we get there, I'm kind of slow down a little bit. This will not be a long live today, you guys. Again, it was my hope to have had our guest on, but don't worry, she'll be back. And she will do it again next week. But it was a ton of technical difficulties, reasons why I went to give up. But so in a relationship, when you are looking at, in the stages of a relationship, you have that first stage where you've met one another somewhere or seen them out and about, and you're attracted, like, oh, he fine. Ooh, whoo. Hey, daddy. I mean, these are the things you say to yourself, of course. You're not just yelling at, hey, daddy, but you're attracted to this individual. And then that second stage, you kind of you're curious, you're a little infatuated by them. So that's where everything for you is still kind of picture perfect. You're Facebook stalking, and all your pictures are the bomb now. You Instagram and filtering it up. Everything is just kind of picture perfect, And then you have that third stage as a couple. That you're a couple now. You ain't nothing to hide. He know where you live at. You know where he live at. You know who the parents and such are now. By this time, you may know who the friends are, but now you're starting to complain a little bit, like, dude, why can't you just fold up the chips, the chip bag, right? Close the bread. You may not be living with each other at that point, but these are the things that you're noticing, like, I don't like the way you tie your shoes. Why you tie your shoes so tight? That, that you can say those things now as a couple. It probably bothered you in the beginning, but now y'all have no, you don't have any boundaries. You saying whatever, or you doing whatever. And then you have that fourth stage, which is a stage of commitment and engagement. I like to refer to as you doing time. You hardcore time, like y'all lifing it out now. That could be, marriage, but and all those things you are hoping. When y'all are growing together, whether that's in business, in the relationships, families, friends, whatever, there will be a part of that moment or within that relationship where you are being tested, right? He getting on your nerves. I don't want to work this job no more. Like, you being tested for real. And but this is those you. And I wasn't doing that to do it, but now that I feel it, it's like those growing pains. I don't know. You want to quit like me? You wanted to quit 4 times in this week. So ultimately, what Tasha Cobbs? Okay, so she described it as a process of promotion, right? It's not intended to hurt you or destroy you. And when God is actually trying to make you, he's gentle enough that it doesn't just ruin you, but he's intentional enough to be able to let's picture a piece of Play-Doh where you squeeze the thing, but there's indentations there. Now, if this was a person, you like, quit poking on me. You feel that poking and that prodding. You feel, you doing this, but he's gentle enough that you going through this and you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. But I promise, and I'm going to make sure that what you feeling and how you feeling now won't last forever. It won't last forever. It's only temporary. Growing pains are temporary. And so some of you may have actually seen it. When we earlier this week, I proposed a question to the Facebook family and friends, and the question asked something that was extremely simple, but what, and it asked about transitions. How do you transition, or what does transitioning feel like to you? What do you think of it in regards to growing pains? And when I say I received some phenomenal answers, they were really, really great answers. And so thank you, Sharon, Trinette, Abby P. Jones, and Miss Christina Meekins for participating in that. There were some other people, I believe, that it was interesting because we all just had everybody came in and chimed in at different times, but they were hitting the nail on the head and from wherever direction they came from, right? So I'm gonna save Kay's or Christina's for her, for next week. I'm also even going to hold on to Ebony's. They were really, really good, y'all. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share Trinette's and Sharon's, and where oh Lord, hold on, let me actually pull it up here. I'm gonna stop our music and go where Trinette stated, I believe she said that for her, growing pains, they're just that. They're difficult. That's how she said it. She said they're difficult, but they're necessary, right? And then Sharon, she has such a just golden answer. I have to pull them up because again, they were great. So I meant to pull it up or even write it down already. So bear with me momentarily, ladies. But we were going back and forth. So Trinette, this was her exact words. She said that transitions are very hard, but they turn out to be for your good, and they're there to help you grow. Now, again, skipping Ebony and skipping what Kay said, Sharon said, in all her wisdom, she said, within the process, the growing pains helps us to transition and not to remain. So again, it's all that feeling, uncomfortable is actually getting you to kind of wiggle out. You don't want to stay in an uncomfortable space. So that's what you're doing. It's making sure that you don't remain. Her wording was so simple, but again, it hit the nail on the head. And I loved it. T.D. Jakes said it this way. It says that being gracefully broken is the force that gives us power to go withstand the winds and the forces of opposition. Like that's powerful to me. It's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm getting hit from every direction, but I'm strong enough to still handle what it is that I'm going through, or what it is that this next season or position or promotion requires of me. So I'm here to tell you, you're strong enough to handle it. Okay? Wherever you are, on the job, in your relationship, just living your life like it's gold, and being single, you are strong enough to handle it. So you embrace these growing pains and know that truly it works out for your good. Again, we keeping this bad boy. Look at us go, y'all. Under 15 minutes. We're at 14 and 32 seconds. 14 minutes, 32 seconds. And I'm going to be back. And next week, we're going to have our guest, Christina. And then we're going to wrap it up with Ebony. And I will also, within those time frames, I'm going to share a dream with y'all about me and growing, and how it was kind of dead on uh, about being uncomfortable and just what's required of you in these growing pains. All right, y'all. So always remember to keep pressing, keep praying, and standing tall. I will see you all next week, ladies. Enjoy your weekend. Kisses. Mm. In there.